Hello, Irene. Good to see you this morning. Hope everything's going well. We are going to have a shorter than normal program today. I've got to take care of some things as soon as we get off the air, but I did want to meet with you today, and we're going to do a couple of quick demonstrations. We're working out of the Hi Glen. We're working out of the Heartfelt Creations seasonal wreath collection. You might remember this one because we did the winter once before, but we still have some of these bundles left, and I want to show you how cool the summer and the fall collections are. So I think we'll go ahead and just get started and let the others join us as they join us. Let me start by telling you what's in the kit. Do you guys happen to have this, Irene and Glenn? Do you guys have this collection already? Okay, go ahead and put your camera down, please. That's good. Okay. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we got, what we have in this collection. Let's start by showing you this is the winter set of dies that we already used. And so we're not using these today, but it does come with the collection when you get the collection. And we might want to have you link this for them, honey. Go look up seasonal wreath, and we'll tell people what the original price is and what our actual price is on this. But these two we're not using today. Bryce is going to get us a link here. There it is, right there at the top. The original retail price of this collection was $204.92. Your price for this collection is $65.95 if you want it, and it's an amazing value. So you get the winter, you get the actual seasonal wreath die, which we are going to use today. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. You get the Autumn Wreath collection. This is one of my favorites. I think this is really fun. You get the dies, and then you get the stamps. Look at these cute little stamps we're getting in this one. This is what it looks like decorated. So we're going to put owls on our wreath. So we've got the autumn, and then we've got the summer. And I'll show you the summer here too. Here's our dies. Here's our stamps. We also are going to use just the dies today rather than using a lot of the stamps, just in the interest of time. You also get, but the beauty of that is you always have the stamps to make as many of these as you want to make and color them yourselves. This is the paper pad. Beautiful colors. Gorgeous tags, solids. They're actually not solids, it's got a light pattern on it. But beautiful green tones. I love this paper pad.
Hi to Amy Lynn.
Hi, Amy Lynn. Leanne. Good to see you, friend. You can see all the patterns that are just available to directly cut out. So if you want to do what we're doing today and save a little extra time, you just use the pre-colored ones in your paper pad and cut those out and use them. Which sounds like a great idea to me. Aren't these pretty? All that beautiful foliage. Okay, so let's set that aside. That's a fresh paper pad. I don't want to cut into it. And I don't need the winters. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to move out the stamps and just keep the summer, the autumn dies, and the seasonal wreath dies, what I'm going to use today. I've already sorted my papers for things I think I might want to use today. And let's have those set aside. So all these big 12 by 12 paper packs and my machine on my desk, which isn't usually here. I feel unusually compacted for space. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start by cutting my wreath paper. And I liked this one for my background for my wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my wreath base. That's not it. That's the autumn. Let's try that again. Hi, Thelma.
Hi, Mary T. Hello, Mary T.
Hi, Mary T. Good to see you, friend. Are you going to get wild weather today too, Mary T? We got wild weather coming this afternoon. 3 o'clock, they've even put out flood warnings and things. And right now it's beautiful outside. The sun is shining. You'd never guessed it was a problem, but later it's going to get really wild out there, which we don't usually get. I tell you that all the time, but it's true. We don't usually get that craziness here. Okay, I've taken out my wreath die. I'm using, let me tell you, my sandwich combination here for Glenn and others who have this machine. Okay, my plates. I have my A plate, or my thick white one. I don't need that one. That's my embossing plate, which I'm not worrying about embossing anything. I have my magnetic plate, which substitutes for my B plate. And then I have my C plate, which is my cover. And theoretically, this should work just fine. Theoretically. Move my paper cutter out of the way for a little while. Okay. My machine on. Actually seeing my machine work today because we're doing so much die cutting. I put it on this side of the table. Run my machine. I love the fact that it's, hello, Sharma. It's a big, powerful machine, but it's really pretty quiet when it runs. Should give us a nice cut. Here we go. We have all these layers and it cut really nicely. And we'll weed out the wreath part just a little bit, but see how beautiful that came out? Not difficult. And I should cut a couple of these wreaths while I'm cutting if I have. There's not enough paper in that one. I'll keep that. That's a pretty tone. And I'll get another piece of paper here to cut a wreath out so I can have my two bases for my two cards. So what did Glenn say about his machines? He says he has two machines, but you love this. My Vagabond machine has a stop tab when it gets too hot again. Oh, so now you got two of them. That's funny. Okay, there's another nice screen we'll take. Okay, get this little one off. Cut myself another one of these wreaths. I'm using two dies here. I'm using the wreath and I'm using the cut the outside of the wreath, and I'll start by matching them up and get the right one in the right place. Did you get your sandwich problem figured out with the Go Power and Emboss, Glenn? Hopefully those videos were helpful. And you use the same sandwich I'm using here for regular thin dies. Again, we got the A plate. I've got my B plate, which I'm substituting a magnetic platform. Strongly recommended, by the way. It's beautiful not to have to tape things down. And then I'm using my top plate. Run it through again. A little brush to brush out all the little innings. This just turned out perfectly. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Well, you should have every plate under the sun now, Glenn, and be able to put together sandwiches for about anything. All of my thin dies go through with this one, with the basic sandwich I just showed you. But when I use some of my older and off-brand dies that are, thicker or things, you have to manipulate the sandwich out some. All right. Now I got two pretty wreaths built. So I don't think this will impact any of you. I haven't seen a single name I recognize on the list, but I do want to tell you, just in the off chance that some of you may have gotten this, that our system was hacked yesterday, and they used our Simply Special Crafts email, or our Simply Special Crafts website platform, to send thousands of emails to people I don't know, telling them that to make their life easier, we've set up a new account access, and that it has a link in it that they clicked on to set in a new password to use with that system. And then they offered them the opportunity to buy a gift card, a $5 gift card. And it looks like about 25 people did that. And so the bad news is those 25 people, the crooks now have their credit card number, because they entered into, they clicked that link, which wasn't really us, went out into their fictitious system and entered their data. Now, the good news for you is that, I don't think it went to anybody I know. It doesn't appear it did. We don't maintain email. Well, we don't maintain a email catalog. We have your addresses in there, but we don't have an email program through our store website. And so it doesn't appear that they messed with anybody's emails, but it's a really, really good reinforcement for why, when you get a questionable email, like, why would a company just reset up your account? Why would we just send you a link that says we've created a new convenient account, change your password? Don't click on that stuff, guys. When you see that in your inbox, and you will see it because there's bad guys out there everywhere trying to steal information, they will use that phishing program is what it's called, to try and get you to give them information. And if you see an email come through that just seems odd, ask questions before you click links. Don't just do that, because that's a good way to get your Visa card or your personal information compromised. We don't keep any of your credit card information on file. You've heard me talk about that over and over again. The reason we don't keep credit card information in our system is they can't take something that's not there. And we just don't keep your credit card information for that exact reason. If Equifax could get hacked, a little company like us doesn't stand a chance. So just use extreme caution, guys. Again, I don't think any of you were influenced. I've seen many of the names. They sent thousands of emails. And I've seen many of the names, and I don't recognize anything I've come across so far. And I looked at the orders this morning for the $5 gift cards. There's like 25 of them, and I don't recognize any of the people who bought the gift cards. Potentially, those people are going to have to work with their credit card companies to get their money back. But as soon as I get off the broadcast today, I need to go out and talk to Big Commerce and figure out how we stop it on our side. And I need to talk to the credit card companies and talk about how we're going to do everything we can to make it easier for these people. But don't click links. Don't, especially, just think it through. If it doesn't make sense, just don't do it. And I can tell you right now, in 22 years of business, I have never sent an email out to all of my customers telling them, I changed your account, so go change your password. Not once in 22 years. So use extreme caution, okay? And I don't think there's anybody in our group that is influenced, but if you were, call your credit card company right now. Don't wait a half an hour. Call your credit card company right now and cancel your credit card. Okay? All right. So enough on that, but that's why I'm going to keep it relatively brief today, because I need to get out there and start doing a little damage control from our side, what we can do anyway. And okay, so I wanted to see what size my wreath is so I could see the best size card to use. And I think this is going to be beautiful. I'll either use a 5x5 or I'll use a 5x7 with a little banner on it. I think that's going to be pretty. I think that I will go ahead and cover my background. Well, I've got my papers all handy here. Let's get a pretty piece of background paper that will look nice with our wreath. Make sure I got one dark enough. That's not enough difference.
Lighter?
Yeah.
And the two that you just passed are lighter.
Yeah.
On the back.
Let's see, that's not quite enough difference either. It looks okay, but it's still not quite enough difference. This one's quite a bit lighter, isn't it? But I don't want to cut that one. Why? Because that's got my cutouts on the front of it. Well, let's keep looking. There's bound to be another I can use. This is nice. This actually could be really pretty because I think I'm using those flowers on the summer wreath. Or something like it. I'm going to cover one of them in this. It's beautiful. I could go with a lighter color on the other one too. You just have so many beautiful choices here. There's a holly paper I could cover my background, so I think that's pretty too. I wonder if this would be good for fall. I think that's pretty too. I'm going to use those. Okay, let's see. The paper cutter here. I'm going to go ahead and cut my cardstock. Even this plaid's nice. I want to try this. I think it'll be pretty. I'm going to cut off the strip so I don't accidentally get it into my measures. And I'm going to make this 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. This could be pretty. Look at here. Isn't that going to be nice? I love that. That's going to be beautiful. So I got one there. And put this one to make a second card. A little strip off so it doesn't end up in my measures. 4 3/4. Let's see. No, I think I want this one to be my 6 3/4. We'll go up and down this time. 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. Let's see how this one's going to look for my second card. I'm excited. These are going to be pretty. Look here for my fall or summer. Just beautiful. These are going to be great. Okay. This is really, for those of you who don't have this collection yet, this is an amazing collection for the money. Usually $204. And what we say? I think it's $65.95 for the whole bundle right now. Figure out what kind of discount that is. That's a good one. That is a dandy. Okay, I'm done with my wreath for now, so I'm going to go ahead and put that away. Maybe. As I figure out how it fits on my sheet. Okay. You guys should not have any questions or worries. Let me say that. You can all the questions you want. You can ask any question you want about account security with us, because again, I just want to tell you, we don't keep that credit card information on file. And we don't keep it on file because we don't want to be responsible for bad guys getting it. If you ever run into a situation where you think somebody might have your credit card number, it's worth the hassle to change that card. Call your credit card company immediately, cancel the card and order a new one. The only other thing that would happen is that if you've been susceptible to a phishing expedition once, you may be more apt to get phishing emails, but then you're going to be more experienced too in understanding what they are when you see them and not fall for that again. Okay, let's do the summer. I think we'll make this one our summer wreath. I love this. It's so pretty. I still have your card here, Thelma. I didn't mail it yet. It was a big week getting ready for our party last night. Party turned out fabulously. We had about 24 people here, I think, in total. And it was, we couldn't have asked for nicer weather. It was just perfect. We threw the deck doors open and had lots of nice conversation areas set up out there. And we had the inside of the classroom set up with our food displays, and it was 78 degrees at the hottest point. So it was really pretty much perfect day to do our party. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. And I am certain, absolutely certain, that everybody here had a really good time. So nice the way that crafters will get together and just make sure no one's excluded from conversation. I love that. I love the way that works. Okay, platform out here. Once again, I'm going to put my paper down right on top of my magnetic mat. Yes, it cuts little dimples in my magnetic mat, but my magnetic mat is only just a shade more expensive. What did I just do with that die I had in my hand? Guys, I do this all the time, don't I? Always losing something. Honey, you gotta stay awake and tell me what I did with things. Or Bryce worked his socks off yesterday. Well, that's interesting. I don't see the die I just pulled up a minute ago. It's not on me. All right, well, I'll get some different paper to cut out while I figure out what I did with that. There it is. Okay, much better.
Oh, you're putting it on the wrong spot.
I guess I am. I'm putting it on top of the plate. That's not going to work at all. This looks much better. I would have figured that out because it wasn't sticking right. Okay, let's see what else we want to cut. The beautiful thing is we can cut things at the same time with this magnetic plate without worrying about having our dies cut into one another. You guys will remember that's one of the things I always told you. Tape down your dies because you don't want your dies overlapping in your machine. Well, we don't have to worry about that with this one. Because we can, our magnetic plate's holding it down more as firmly as any tape would. Yes, all of this comes as a set, Glenn. It's amazing. $204 worth of stuff for $65.95. At the end there, Heartfelt Creations was giving us some amazing buys on our products, and you know us, we like to share those when we get those great deals. So yeah, this die set, I don't know what the actual percentage is, but it's at least 60% off. What we're talking about in this bundle, Glenn, is you get 3 seasonal die sets, 3 seasonal stamp sets, 1 die set, so there's a total of 4 die sets, and you get the paper pad. So you get all of this good stuff for one price. I'm just going to go ahead while I'm running this through, cut a few of these out so I can get my stuff to cut kind of all together here. I've done some nice combinations in the die sets that allow you to be able to cut multiple items at once, which is nice when you're cutting out all these little pieces. And let's see, what else do I have? Sometimes it's a little challenging to figure out which dies go with which things. My little hearts. Thank you for putting that back up. And a remarkable price.
Is there a die to cut out those fruit and vegetables?
Is there a die to cut out? Yes, there's a die to cut out all of this in the set. Every single die that you need to cut out these.
Pictures.
Huh?
Pictures.
Yeah, these pictures. Did I stop there? Every single die you need to cut out these pictures is in your die collection. And these die sets were originally $29.99 a piece. So just when figuring out what the value of this set is, again, you're getting the entire thing for $65.95, and the original cost of the set was over $200. So it's a good deal. I get the wrong one. I've got the wrong one there. That might be a fall one. That's sweet. The butterfly. The bee. Oh, we got a butterfly and bee. We probably should have that because those would be cool. And your paper tends to be grouped to keep these together. But sometimes, like in this one, there's more than one section of the bee and butterfly. But they're together on the paper to make it easy to cut. Okay, so I think that's good for now. Let's go ahead and put these through. Make sure everything's lined up just the way I want it. Hearts look good. I think that shifted around. Just as easy as that, we have these beautiful detailed pieces. Some of you guys who have been crafting for a long time, like Thelma and I, would remember there was a time when if we wanted to have this kind of detail, we had to scissor cut it. There was no such thing as a die cutting machine for the longest time. Oops, I just tore that one, but it won't hurt it. I can either glue the little piece back on, or I can leave it off, cover it with something else. It's the beauty of doing a wreath. You're layering everything. And if I was having any trouble having this cut all the way through, which I don't seem to be having, but if I was having any trouble, I would just run it back through again with a shim plate or a couple pieces of cardstock to tighten up my sandwich. I always like to try it before I put the shims in, though, because I don't want to warp my plates by having the sandwich be too tight. Because that'll do it. If you have problems and you find that your plates are coming out warped, it's because there's too much volume inside your sandwich when you're running it through. Now I have read or heard.
Glenn just ordered this out.
Oh, good. I have read that, Glenn, that there are some ways of straightening your plates out. Look online for some ways to be able to flatten your plates again. And there are some ways you can do that. I know it has to do with boiling water and heat and one thing and another. I haven't tried it, but I know in your case where your plates were new, that it would probably be worth going ahead and doing that. Yeah, this is a heck of a deal on this bundle. And they're beautiful. The winter one, you guys will recall, was really pretty too when we did that. We used the pomegranates and things in it. It was pretty. So you can see how convenient it is that these are all right next to each other, and we can just pop the die right back over the top of the next piece, and we're ready to go. Some things like these hearts cut out super easy. We'll have all our choices out here in a minute. We can. Oh, it looks like my butterfly slid a little bit. I'll have to recut the butterfly and the bee because they didn't cut quite right. Let's try that again. I don't know why they slid, but they did. Just because you're demonstrating something, sometimes stuff will go wrong. Just because. Yeah, I had one of those too. Wore that thing out, Sharma. It was a good machine, though. They seem to last just about forever. Yeah, and the power could go out. That was the beautiful thing about that. You didn't need the power. But you also don't have to crank this. So there's something to be said for that, too. This fern-looking thing almost looks like it could have used a shim. There's lots of cut lines on one of these fern, and putting a little shim in over this might be worthwhile. When I say a little shim, I just mean cut a little piece of cardstock and stick right over the top of it. It doesn't have to be a fancy operation. In fact, I think my first machine goes back even further than the Cuttlebug. I had one of the Sizzix Red machines that you worked like this. I still have it. It actually was a fabulous machine. And I've had spellbinders. And I've had Cuddlebugs. And I've had...
Lace?
Huh?
Tattered lace?
I've had tattered lace little machines, yes. Still have one of those, too. I'm working on little Christmas things, and I'm just cutting out like little icons to go on my cards. I often have my tattered lace machine sitting there because it's my baby blue. They don't sell those anymore, but sapphire. I have a sapphire here in the classroom. So when I tell you I've tried them all, I have Big Shot. This is my favorite, though, the one I'm on right now. I just love, love, love the cutting power. Yeah, if I did more of those, I would shim them. That little fern is being a little difficult. But yeah, it helps that we had them in the classroom because different people could try different ones and they could come to class and not have to carry their machines with them. So that was a good way to go. All right. I have quite a few pieces, more than I will ever need for my wreath. Now this time I got a good butterfly, or good bee. There he is. And we got there's the butterfly. I was gonna say I got a butterfly. Where'd he go? More nice hearts. Got a really nice collection of things here. Put on our wreath. Could probably do 3 or 4 wreaths with the amount of stuff I've cut out. And one more piece to pop out here. And then I have 1 or 2 more pieces here on my die tray that I want to see what they are. Okay. And I'll keep these ones, of course, that aren't cut out yet. Put those in a little baggie in my book. Knocking things off again. Okay, so what is this? To figure out what this is. To figure out what this is some kind of palm flower. Oh, I see this one. Okay. I'm going to put my dies right back onto my plate so I don't lose any of them. Really. That's what I'm going to do. I've had this machine since shortly after they came out, which makes this like 3 or 4 years old, and it is still purring along the same way it did when I got it. I love this machine. Okay, I see the other 2 things appear to be, we have a nest and birds, and we have flowers. That's what we have to go next. My 12 by 12 obviously won't go through, so I cut these in little smaller pieces so I can run a few designs at the same time. Oh, these little birds in the nest is cute. And I got these pretty flowers too. Get a couple of each of those. Run. And then we'll be ready to assemble. Little birds pop right out. Little flowers are popping right out. I'm going to make 1 more of each, and then we're going to assemble this card. Just so easy and so little trouble with the machine to do this all for you. Okay, that's it for the die cutting in our summer wreath. We'll do our fall one when we finish this one. Break up all that die cutting a little bit so you've got something more interesting to watch. put these back on my sheet so I don't lose them. I should be done with this one for now. Love my magnetic sheet. It does not come with the machine. It's about somewhere around $25. Absolutely worth it. No tape. No tape to mess with. All right. Let's move all these little pieces of paper and get our card out here. Now, it wouldn't hurt. I absolutely could take a water brush or an ink pad and ink the edges of all of these. In the interest of time today, I'm not going to do that, but you could do that, and that would actually be a really nice look on here. I would enjoy very much getting one of my Ranger ink pads out and just running a water brush around the edges of all these pieces, because that's the kind of thing I like to do. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put this down to my card. Yes, I am. I find my glue bottle. This would be pretty with a piece of Mary in it. Or you can just do what I'm doing and let the white card show. I like to do that. You guys know that. That's so pretty. Wow. Wowzer. Let's go ahead and... Not sure where my sticky specks went. I'll just glue it. This would be a good candidate for sticky specks.
That's right there.
Oh, yeah, I just found it buried under some stuff. Right at my desk where it should be. Just buried. The rest of our shop got cleaned up so pretty for the party. My corner did not. Ran out of time. How pretty is that going to be? Love that. Okay, let's start fitting some pieces around on it. I like these ferny type pieces around on it. This one lost a couple of its leaves when I was pulling it out, but that isn't going to matter. We'll just put in 2 to start with and just see what we get. We can add some more. I think we want some foam squares though. Definitely think we want that. And it's good. It would be fine to kind of finger curl some of these pieces and add some dimension to your pieces. When I say finger curl, I mean literally just like that. I just kind of added some texture to them. Then I'll glue it down the vein of the leaf. And once again, I'll just kind of finger curl some of these. Remember too, Glenn, you get the stamp set, so if you don't mind stamping and coloring, you can make all these images you want because you will have a stamp that corresponds with every die. I just didn't want to take time today to do it, but I do like stamping and coloring. You guys know I love to color. Some things never change. When I was a kid, I loved to color, and I still do today. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. We have extra books for most of these also, and every once in a while we're doing some really great specials on the books, so watch for those times when we do, buy three, get three, or some of those values, because it's probably cheaper than photocopying the pages. Takes more patience than you have. I don't know. It doesn't it isn't really taking too much. Just a matter of getting all the pieces divided up, and oh, like that. Like that right there. It's going to be beautiful when it's done. I'm looking forward to getting some of these pretty yellow and pink flowers into this summer wreath. I'm liking it a lot. Oh yeah, that'll be fun, Grant, with your grandkids, Irene. The beautiful thing is then you can put the cards together and the kids can see what they've done, which is great fun for everybody. They'll be so proud of their designs. There's no such thing as a bad way to put these together, you know? That's the beauty too. No bad way to put them together. Just what pleases your eye. Just a matter of what you find pleasing. See, we're getting some nice dimension there. I need to start using some of my foam dots, but see how much dimension we're getting? That'll still lay flat in the card though. And let's see if we can get some color in here. Add some of these colors. I love these because they're in our flowers on the page. These here are. Oh, I love that. Looks nice. Thank you, Catherine. It's fun. It's fun stuff. Okay. I think I'm going to actually take this one apart. It's kind of a big piece. I think I'd enjoy having the blooms separate from the buds. I'm going to put some foam on the back. That's actually a good way to do it, Glenn. I've done that with some of these books before where I've taken all of my cutout pages and just done them at one time and put them in baggies. And then I'm ready to go when I want to make things out of them. You guys ever feel like you're standing on your head watching me do this upside down? We asked about that, whether anybody wanted to go back to the side view, but everybody keeps telling me they like this one better, so I keep doing it. These pretty flowers on there. That's just so pretty. Put foam there, a little glue on this side. That's pretty. Yeah, let's see, we've got these yellow flowers, which would be fun too. I like the yellow because it really picks up the yellow in the background design. I like that a lot. Put yellow there. Girls gotta play, Irene. Girls gotta play. Oh, that's fun. A roll of wallpaper, Catherine. That sounds really fun. I love to use found art like that. You know, art from non-typical paper crafting sources. It's really fun. Oh, I like that. I'm going to put, curl this a little bit. Oh, Catherine, you're so sweet. Irene, too. Thank you, guys. It makes my day when I come and hang out with you guys. Okay, I'm going to tuck this flower under just a little bit there. I'm going to bring my third piece in with my butterfly, which I'm going to put near this other piece here. I'm going to bend the butterfly at the thorax and spread its wings out like I usually do. Susan, if you're watching, I'm using the word thorax just like you taught me. I think this little bird nest needs to go at the bottom. That's cute. That's very cute. The little bird is on top of their nest. Oh, that's so cute. What we got going here? How beautiful is that summer wreath? Oh my gosh. I think it needs a bee though, because all summery things need a bee. We need bees. Put the bee up there. I'm going to get a verse of some sort to put down here below. Look at all these verses we can choose from. I'm going to put it down here. Let's see. Birthday blessings, that would be a good one. Happy birthday, welcome, thinking of you, congratulations. You're the best. Birthday hugs, I like that too. This kind of looks like a birthday hugs card, doesn't it? I'm going to use that one. Birthday hugs. I love that you can just snip these right out of the page. And they give you hundreds of them. I'm going to put a little kind of banner fishtail on the edges of my, well, I would have if I'd done it right. Let's clip that a little deeper. One side looks a little anemic. There we go. That looks better. I'll put a little fishtail on this side too, just for interest. I'll put that up on some foam tape. And now, since we said birthday hugs, I'm thinking we need some of those hearts. Not sure where we're going to put the hearts yet, but I think we need some of those hearts when we say birthday hugs. Oh, a beautiful organza bow would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. But I don't know if I have any yellow organza over there. You know what organza is? The light chiffon kind of stuff. That would look beautiful. See if there's anything else we want to put in here or there. I do like that. I said I probably had enough stuff for 3 of these, but I managed to use a good deal of what I cut. Yeah. May not have room left on this one, but it's a great thought as we go into our next one to make room for a bow. Look what he just found. Yellow organza. We'll have to see what we can do.
I have wider too.
I think this is enough.
Like that.
Again, if you don't have this set, we still have, I think we have about a dozen of them left in inventory, and then ours will be gone too. I don't know, I'm loving that quite a bit. I'm not sure if I want to put the bow on this one. Didn't really leave a lot of room for a bow on this one, but I am loving that. I think I'm going to leave this one alone, and we'll put the yellow on the fall one, because we have another one to do yet. So now, look what's left out of all that stuff I cut. Not much. Some holly. I think that fell out of my other package. I'm going to gather these little things because I'm not going to waste them. I'll put them in a little baggie in inside my book, so when I'm ready to do this again, I have them. Isn't that fun? Just pretty. One of the things I like about doing the die cutting of their images is I find myself using things that I'm not sure I would choose otherwise. And you end up getting some interesting looks that might not be the kind of look you would normally go for, but they're beautiful. So I like to kind of challenge myself by stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit, using other people's colors and other people's designs.
So just making it a monogram card with the initial inside the
Oh,
wreath.
that would be beautiful. You know, it'd be really cool. A wax seal monogram in the middle of the card. Wow, that's a great idea, Glenn. I love that. Okay, let's get our fall things out here. This is our fall wreath accents. And pull our sheet out. Bring our plates back. And we've got this big, beautiful sheet of fall images. We've got apples and pumpkins, and we've got grapes. I see the grapes there.
Gotta cut the owl.
Huh?
The owl.
Yes, we'll definitely cut the owl. But where's the owl? There's the owl. But where's that owl? It's actually an owl family. And then there's the grapes. And we've got the apples. That's acorn.
Adeline?
Hi, Adeline. How are you, my friend? Here's some pumpkins. We definitely want some of this fall foliage. It's down here at the bottom. Those are beautiful. I'm going to link this kit again for us, honey. I know you've done it a couple times, and I do appreciate it. Okay. So where is this flower? This flower's on the other sheet. I see it. And then we have these little stalks. I'm not sure what those are. I have to find those. All right. So let's cut out some pieces that we can use here. I know I probably won't use more than 2 owls, so I'll just cut those out right now. And we got pumpkins. Take a couple of pumpkins. We won't use more than 2 of those either. The big. But you saw that we could actually use some fairly good size elements, and just by kind of balancing them on our sheet, they work out. Here's some holly. Love this, or not holly, ivy. Love this ivy. You know, one of the best things about the party last night was leftovers. We had a baked potato bar, and we had a, cut all 3 of those grapes. I don't know when that might work. We had a baked potato bar with all the fixings for a baked potato. Everything you can imagine we put on there. And we had sour cream and whipped butter and chives and bacon and ham and cheese and bell peppers and taco meat and you name it, we had it. It was a buffet extraordinaire. And then we realized that at least half the stuff on the baked potato bar would also work for nachos, so we just got a couple big packs of nacho chips, and the people who wanted nachos could use the microwave here in the classroom and nuke it and make nachos. What am I? What else?
Know what fixings are.
Fixings, all the stuff you put on a potato. Fixings.
Toppings.
Huh?
Toppings.
Toppings, fixings, same.
Well, if you don't know what fixings are.
What am I missing that we had, honey? Guacamole. I think I said sour cream, but we had sour cream and guacamole. Salsa, yeah, of course, salsa. These are going to be so pretty, guys. I'm looking at these already thinking, wow, sir. These are going to be beautiful. But it was a lot of fun. Everybody seemed to, thank you, Irene. Everybody really seemed to have fun. And that just made me, as the hostess, delighted. Yes. You want to thank your guests, sir? Do you think it's possible Glenn could have been pulling your leg, Catherine? Maybe just a little? I think it's potentially possible. Not Glenn. Oh, and then I love Wendy's chili. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that. Yeah, Wendy's, you can send me a truckload of chili, and that's fine, although I already have one. I love Wendy's chili. I just adore it, and I think that it's one of the tastiest things ever to put Wendy's chili on a baked potato. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So Bryce and Jordan went to Wendy's and bought 6 cartons, large servings of chili, and came back, and I said, oh, that's not going to be enough, honey. We need more than that. We could have 28 people here if everybody shows up. We better have more chili than this. I sent it back for 6 more. Yeah, we have 6 in the fridge.
Plus a third of what we have from with the barn.
Yeah. So once again, Mr. Bryce gets to be right. But I'm going to have lots of chili and baked potatoes for the next day or two. So that's a good thing. We're taking a beach week next week. So Margie will be here for What's New Wednesday. And she has an amazing, it's a sale we've had before, but she has an amazing sale for you guys. You are going to love it. Love it, love it. Did I not cut any apples? I guess I didn't. You're going to love her sale. Just let me say, when we did it once before, it was one of the most popular sales I've done. So I'll leave you with that, pondering what that's going to be for her featured product. Okay, let's see. I still need these. Huh?
The wheat.
Yeah.
On the other sheet.
Maybe on the other one. Ah, here it is. Wheat. And this also has sunflowers. See how many beautiful things this has? I love the summer ones, but I think I'm even more fond of the fall ones. Lots of fun things. Okay, and then we have a sunflower here. Gotta grab 1 or 2 of those. Then we have more orange than we have yellow in this one. Do we have a deeper color of this, maybe? Over there. He's frowning at me, guys.
To go to orange.
Let me see what we have we could play with. All right. We got all of our pieces on one plate. Here we go. Make sure everything looks good. Everything's lined up like I want it to be. I think so. Away we go. Kim, you're funny. Kim said, well, what Glenn said made sense to me, but don't take that as me encouraging you. I just don't think it's dark enough, honey. There, colors. Yeah. It's a beautiful piece of ribbon, just not dark enough. But back to the ribbon rack he goes. You guys would love this. I have curtain rods on the wall over there with long spacers to hold them out. And we have I don't even know how many rolls of ribbon we have up there. Probably 200 rolls of ribbon on the wall. We have more ribbon than that around the shop, but it's really nice to have the wall of ribbon. I have to say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of cafe brackets over there. It's a neat way to go. It's one of the things people always remark on when they come into the classroom. Holy cow, will you look at the ribbon? Yes, we like ribbon. We do, we do. These wheat are really neat. Oh, there we go. Now we got some orange. Now we're talking fall. Thank you. acorn. And again, time permitting, it would be really fun to take a water brush and one of your ink pads, one of your water-based ink pads, or even a pen, water-based pen, and just scribble some ink and then do a little inking around the edges of these pieces. It would look great. I'm just not doing it because of time today, but it would be a really nice touch with this to ink these pieces. I love these pieces that are coming out of here, by the way. Really like them. So easy to line these up using the magnetic plate.
You should put a piece of shim paper on and demonstrate doing a shim.
Sure, I can do that. I don't know it yet. Which one's my pesky one?
Put a piece over the whole thing.
I could
Shim it all.
shim it all, huh? I could do that. Look at those. How beautiful that turns out. That ivy. Wow, sir, that's pretty. Bryce wants me to put a shim on to show you what I would do if I were doing that. And I will. I just want to remind you, I wouldn't usually shim unless I was having trouble with something. If something wasn't cutting through nicely for me, Good night, Kat. Seems so funny when we're starting our day and wishing her a good night. Just almost threw up my pumpkins. I don't know what I was thinking there. I think 2 apples is probably enough. So I think we got everything reset. It's my top plate. Right there. Oh, shim piece. I'll use that.
Let's just put it right here on the side to shim just a couple.
Yeah, I have some little pieces here that I could put the shim over the entire thing. Probably the one that will be the most pesky, really, is that ivy because it's so detailed, although last time it cut beautifully. But I'll do it again. And so I just put a couple pieces of cardstock in there and just slid that. Hold still. There we go. The meal. Little pumpkins popped right out. Little acorn pops right out. My wheat, they pop right out. Okay, got my little sunflower.
The shim just helps the machine push the die down just that much harder.
That's exactly what a shim does. It tightens it up in there because this machine works on pressure. So as it's rolling through the machine, it's applying pressure to the cutting blade and the cardstock And sometimes, especially if your plates are getting old or you have a really intricate die, sometimes you just need a little bit of added pressure to help those rollers cut through the cardstock. That's what it does when we're shimming it. Okay, I have one set of grapes left. Somehow I thought 3 grapes might look good. So, okay, slid on me. Not supposed to slide, but you know, sometimes they do. Especially if I'm not as gentle as I could be. Still love my magnetic board though. Anytime you can get a cool set of stamps and dies and papers for 2/3 off, you're getting a pretty good deal. Okay, got my stack. Move these out of the way for now so I have a little more room to work. Shut my machine off and grab our card we started earlier. This one would be fun sideways. I think I will tie up my bow. I need one more thing. All of my bow makers are over in the carousels by the window. Trace rather some crepe ribbon to use. Doesn't matter which one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm going to tie a 4-5-4 on this pink comb. Just means that I'm going to go in and grab the 4th tine only. I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab the 5th tine only. I'm going to come back and grab the 4th again. So I'll have different sized loops in my bow. I always think that looks pretty. Go down through the hole of our bow maker. Sorry, I was off camera. Didn't realize it. Down through the hole. I'm going to kind of shimmy this up a little bit and make sure I did not tie that right. Let's try it again. I was off camera anyway, so let's go on camera and do it. That would be a good idea, I think. I didn't count right, guys. If you're wondering why it was wrong, I had 3 on one side and 4 on the other. So I went 4. I went 4. I went 5. I went 5. I went 4. Just picking up that one tine in my comb. 4. Now, that's going to be balanced. Go down through the hole. Use this piece from underneath to kind of shimmy my pieces of ribbon together. Let go of this tail. Bring it up here. And all I'm going to do is tie a half knot. Doesn't have to be a big bulky knot. A half knot will hold it as long as we glue it down. And then sometimes I like to trim my ends before I pull it off because it's a little easier to handle. I'm going to put a whale tail on this side by folding my ribbon. Oops. Folding my ribbon in half and cutting it at an angle towards the end of my ribbon. Let's put a whale tail on this side too. It's about the same length. fold my ribbon in half, upward clip towards the end of my ribbon. And here's my beautiful bow. If you don't have one of these bow makers, you need one. We are one of only 2 places in the world that I know of that you can get them at this point. Oh, I was going to put that on the top, but I actually think the bottom's the place for it. Isn't that going to be pretty? I like that. Okay, there, got a little bit of. Okay. So I know I'm going to put my bow there. I'm going to go ahead and glue down my cardstock. Heartfelt Creations is kind of known for their dies, but I think they did a spectacular job with their paper collections. They're just so beautiful. And you know, you're going to have lots of paper in this book that doesn't have to use the dies and things at all. You're going to be able to make some beautiful cards just out of some of the card toppers in the book. And if you want to cut some extra little pieces to go on them, terrific. But and put a little glue in my wreath. Should be able to pretty much position this at this point. I'm off camera again, I'm sure. I'm just putting a little bit on the points. I like that opening at the bottom. That's where I want to put my bow. I like our bow. It's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and put that in so that I don't lose my room for it. You've heard my spiel before. My favorite glue for putting down bows is best glue ever. But because I don't want to wait for it when I'm doing a class online, I'll often just use my Cosmic Shimmer, which holds pretty well too. All right. I'm going to put, I love this ivy. Let me break these ivy pieces up a little bit and put them in different areas. I think I will do that. I like that. Probably just bend these up a little bit. Put those along in here. Just putting a little texture to these with my fingertips. I thought we'd end early today just making 2 cards, but by the time we finish all the die cutting, we won't be early. I like that ivy on there. Picky, picky, picky. Looks beautiful already just with our bow in the background, doesn't it? Can't wait to see what it's going to look like when we finish. Just figuring a little here. I think I actually want some of this foliage before I want my characters. Ooh, I love that. Love these orange leaves. A little excess paper around here, which would have been completely resolved by inking this, but it kind of bugged me how much I had, so I trimmed it a little. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's better. Actually, I like those even better. I'm going to use my oak leaves here and put a acorn there, which will kind of match with my leaves I used. Oh. That's really long. I'm going to see what these grapes would look like. I like the grapes going down into the middle of the wreath. I think that's fun. Just keep adding pieces where we like them. Whatever makes us happy. I like that where it hangs down into there. I think that's fun. I think I want one to do it over here too. I have 3 of those. What did I do with my other grape?
Cut 3.
I did cut 3. Oh.
Under your card.
Probably. Oh, it'll show up here. Maybe. Huh.
It's under that sunflower.
What's that?
The sunflower. It's under it. Under one.
Oh, yes, you're right. There it is. That looks kind of fun, I think. Just kind of drape those grapes in there. It shows in Glenn's cards. He really is a detail guy. He has exquisite detail in his cards. An apple here. Maybe an apple down here. Like the apples. Look like Honeycrisp apples. Yum. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, you gotta have a sunflower. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put these darn owls, because I really want to use them. I have a project you absolutely would hate, Glenn. I call it finger painting with glitter. And we use glitter through a crochet doily and get multiple colors of pattern in the back. It's really quite beautiful, but it's the messiest thing you've ever seen. I tell people it's the most fun they can have legally. I have to turn this around for a minute, guys. I got to see what I'm doing. I do like those owls up there. I was decoupaging a candle the other day, and I put my Mod Podge on it, and I liked the way it looked, and I decided it needed to be glittery, so I sprinkled glitter all over it, and boy, did I make a mess with the glitter. Holy cow. Looked like a glitter bomb had got off in here. Turned out pretty, though. Then I Mod Podged over the glittered candle. It might be a little too far out there. Come in a little closer with him. And I really like the way it turned out. It's beautiful and glittery, and it's a winter scene, so everything looks snowy. There's another acorn down there. We're just about done here, guys. To come up with a greeting for it, but I'm feeling like this is coming along nicely, and if we do much more, we're going to be overdoing it. Yeah, Stickles' beautiful solution to glitter. It really is. So this wheat somewhere. So many pretty things. Little pieces of wheat there. A little. Once again, we're using most of our cutouts. We got some serious things happening on that fall wreath. Let's get our singings out here. On your special day, just for you, for someone special, get well. Sending love, sympathy, happy anniversary, hello, just a note, you're the best. Thinking of you, welcome, congratulations. Almost everything we use is happy birthday related in some way. I mean, that just is the one we use the most of, so I'm going to put a happy birthday up here. Just restocked the diamond and twinkle and some of those lines, so if you need stickles, it's a good time to get them. They sell out. Those most popular snowy kinds of colors sell out faster than some of the others do. I think I like it up there. Okay. Yes, the Stickles case is here, Adeline. It's from Nouveau, and it's called Nouveau Drops Organizer. It was in your last newsletter. Those are nifty, nifty. I have two of them. I use all the time. I have one on my desk and then one with my backup colors, but I can't have them all on my desk. Okay. There we go. There's our fall theme card. It's busy, but I love it. Super cute. Super cute. Got a few little extras out of everything we cut. We really don't have all that much left. Get my few little extras stacked up to go in my baggie. And I'll bring in my other card and I'll show you that. This is all just... So there's our fall themed card. Let's see. And here's our summer themed card. Back up just a little bit, would you? Get them both in. There we go. I agree with you. The ribbon would have been nice on the summer themed card too. I could rework it and get it in there, but I'm not going to. There we go. So Absolutely fabulous, fabulous, fabulous deal on these. $204 at retail. You get them for $65.95. And when they're gone because they're not making them anymore. So they're just beautiful. You get one set of dies and stamps for winter, you get one set for summer, and you get one set for fall. They didn't do a spring set, but you can easily substitute some of your own little stamped and die cut images and do a spring one. You get the beautiful double-sided paper pad and all those gorgeous green tones. You get the all of the dies are supported by images in the book that you could just cut out instead of stamping them if you want to. So there you go. Yes, you absolutely could make a garland out of that, Glenn. That would be beautiful. Okay, I will not be here on Wednesday, but Margie will, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time. And she's going to have a fabulous, fabulous featured product for you at a price you won't believe. And I think that's it for today.
Does any? What we're doing next Saturday?
I don't know what we're doing next Saturday off the top of my head. I don't have the calendar in front of me. So, do you have a calendar in front of you? Is it a current calendar? It's an August calendar. Let's see. We are supposed to do alcohol inks next week. So we'll see if that occurs, but I believe it will. We're supposed to do alcohol inks, the second alcohol ink class next week. So that's fun. I love doing those. Okay. So if you're not already a subscriber to our channel, if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss a single thing we're up to, and we're up to stuff all the time. We have lots of fun things happening always. And if you enjoyed today's show, hit that thumbs up for me, would you please? It makes me feel great, which is one reason to do it. The other reason to do it is that it is an indicator to YouTube that they should recommend our channel to new viewers, and you can never have too many crafty friends. Another thing you could do for me, if you would, and I really would appreciate this, is that when we sign off, which we're going to do just momentarily here, hit that refresh button at the top of your screen. It's the circle with the arrow in it, and that will give you a clean page, and it will bring you a comment box. Did we lose you? I hope we didn't lose you. Oh, there we go. I suddenly had things that was not you on my screen. So leave me a comment. Tell me which one of these cards you liked and why. And or anything else you want to talk about. It's great. This was great fun to work with you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Saturday. And we will see you next Saturday. Good night, Gracie.